Last week on The World on Water, we saw how Boris Herrmann on Malizia have a halyard failure, and his head sail fell into the ocean, ahead of his foiling Imoca. One of the associated problems with this was the halyard tore a section in the top of the mast. This is how they fixed the mast in the rolling Southern Ocean.
Supposed to be strong wind.
Should be hoisted.
So
I think it's with the main, yeah.
A bit low, sorry.
I don't want to sand off, you know, into carbon too much. Yeah.
you want the mast rotated to port a bit? Yeah, copy.
You don't want to put the top as well?
Great job, man.
Oh, it was okay sanding actually in the end. I thought it would be a lot thicker, but it's with the Rolex you just hack away at it for a bit and then come back with a hand sand. It's fine. All right.
You need some water or something?
Yeah, I untie this and then I get some.
Let's see.
I had to bite it out with my teeth.
No.
There's big piece of carbon sticking out. Not so nice. I hope I don't have any more.
It's going to be massive, this stuff.
Yeah.
So much shit.
There's the white strap.
Bit more heel. Nico. Yeah. Main is coming on. I'll make 50 and 20.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it up.
Bye guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Quick photo was good.
Big wave. Okay.
I'm done in a minute and a half, Boris.
Will we roll this in exactly the same way? If you see the white letters outside, we will roll it in the same way.
Going up.
In fact, we start doing soon.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Third lamination is done. Is going up now. We have laminated 18 layers, 6 layers each batch. We have done 3 batches up, so it's pretty thick. It's a solid repair in the middle of the Southern Ocean. 1.5 meter. Go here. Yeah. Your legs are not.
I want to stand up.
Well done, man!
Oh, what a job.
Oh man!
I was so stressed.
Oh my god. That couldn't have gone better, I don't think. If there's any chance of getting it done, that was...
It was good, huh?
Just have to do this now. Just
You confident?
good work, Good
Prepare.
work.
Yeah.
Impressive, Will.
Yeah, impressive.
Now it's complete.
It was these guys, they did all the prep.
You think
That's the hardest bit.
You think the laminate was like the quality was okay? Was good? I think so. To be honest, I think it was good.
This is the Sailing World on Water for March 10th, 2023. Highlights of the sport of sailing, globally, in the last 7 days. While Nico Poons Charisma, the 2022 44 Cup champion, is the event's runaway leader, albeit still catchable, on day 3 of the 44 Cup Oman several other teams had the opportunity to shine.
Day 3 of the 44 Cup Oman was delayed by an hour, waiting for the breeze to fill in. This it slowly did over the course of the afternoon, building into the high teens. While Nico Poons Charisma continues to be the runaway leader, it was encouraging to see some other teams doing well. In race 1 it was tight coming into the top mark, but Peninsula Racing managed to get the inside berth and then successfully defended around the course to get the first bullet of the day. Mid-race there was drama when Team Nico ran into the stern of Charisma as she was rounding the leeward gate, thereby incurring a penalty plus 2 penalty points. Meanwhile, behind Peninsula Racing, Torben Tornquist's Artemis Racing finished a worthy second, the Swedish team setting up for their best day of the Omani event so far.
The Artemis team are fantastic. They've obviously been around for a number of years, and so I've been getting involved and gelling with them all. They've been really nice. So yeah, I feel like I'm starting to find my feet with the bow and the sort of how it all works out. So still feels like there's plenty more left in the tank, but nice to have a solid day.
Race 2 saw Peninsula Racing called OCS, while regatta leader Nico Poons Charisma was first to the weather mark. Despite being threatened by both Artemis Racing and Team Nika, Charisma managed to hang on to add to her already impressive lead. In the race's final metres, Artemis Racing was pipped to the post to second place by CREF.
First race we were pretty solid. Second, I think it was very close as always. And then the next race we had a third, which was nice. Last race we had a good race, but we were a bit lucky. We were a little bit slow, and I took a gamble on the last run and it worked out, so take it as it comes. We're getting close, but it's all about the series ultimately, and you know, some slightly lower risk sailing and a solid series is what it's at, and I'm sure the bullet will be on its way soon.
Team Aqua led for the majority of race 3, only to be beaten on the final run into the finish by Team Nika. Going into the last race of the 44 Cup Oman, Charisma leads CREF by 7 points, in turn 8 points ahead of Peninsula Racing. See you tomorrow for the final day of the 44 Cup Oman.
First qualifier in the British Iluka 6 can be considered that it is done and dusted. John Emmett, the British master coach, and Ilka 6 champion chats with Sam Whaley and Ben Elvin, both also from Great Britain. Congratulations, John.
Well, I can't actually say, can someone take out the... Maybe we can cut that bit.
Hi, I'm John Emmett here at the first qualifier of 2023. We have the Masters National Champion and previous Masters World Champion, Ben Elvin. Really close series today. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it was really close. You know, light wind, complicated tide. It was all very, you know, the results were very up and down.
Home club, Stokes Bay?
Yeah, home club. You know, you get a little bit of a home advantage with, you know, kind of knowing what the tide's going to do and that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, you know, conditions we had this weekend, not classic Stokes Bay conditions. So, you know,
so let's be clear. It was basically a northerly, wasn't it?
Yeah. So blowing off the land. You know, very turbulent breeze. You know, big pressure differences. Very hard to predict. So quite tricky.
And you said the results were really close. You tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So you won, John, on countback by nature of a third place, I think. So that's a.
So for people at home, there's most first procedure. So
yep.
Both had a first. Both had a second. I had a third. I think
I had a fourth.
You had a fourth. So
yeah.
That close. So
yeah,
good.
Well,
good
well
man.
done.
I did actually ask Ben whether he wanted to interview me, and he declined. So here we are. What's next for you this year, apart from lots more sailing at Stokes Bay, I guess?
Yeah, lots more sailing at Stokes Bay. Qualifier at Weymouth in a couple of weeks' time. So going to be doing that. Not doing much on the international circuit this year, maybe a couple of Europa Cups, debating whether or not to do the Worlds in Poland. We'll see if that happens, see if I can get enough training in. But yeah, looking forward to, you know, a little bit of travel and going to some nice warm places.
Brilliant. Well, I shall see you in Weymouth.
Yeah, see you there.
Actually, we can see it's recording because of the bright red light there, but it's not always so obvious. So can you introduce yourself to the folks at home?
I'm Sam Whaley.
And it's a pretty big year, 2023. What's happening? Because there's a rather large and important event happening next year.
Yeah, so next year is obviously the Olympic Games in Marseille, part of the Paris 2024 Olympics. And this year, theoretically, someone could get selected from Great Britain to represent the Ilka class.
So it's full guns ahead, and that's just for the people at home. That's the Ilka 6 and Ilka 7, as you're campaigning the Ilka 7, and you just won the Stokes Bay qualifier.
Yes, I did. Pretty close weekend, actually. Been pretty all over conditions, as I'm sure you guys are aware of. And I mean, we've had some pretty crazy stuff happen, but it's great to be here. A bit cold, but I'm trying to get used to it.
Brilliant. And can you just tell us a little bit about what's going to happen for the rest of the season? Because it's going to be pretty busy.
Yeah, so we're basically going to Palma first. So we've got Palma, Princess Sophia Regatta at the end of March, then Hierz, then we go to Marseille for a bit of Kiel Week in Germany. So the kind of the usual circuit for our internationals.
So notable mission, you're not going to Almere?
Albeit, no. Well, we might go to Almere, but at the moment it's not part of our plans, nor are we going to go to the Europeans next week, unfortunately. We've been in Australia over the winter, and we kind of just thought it was a bit much to go Australia, Europeans, Palma, Hierz.
And a quick shout out, this is filmed at the first qualifier of 2023, but Brits are now 1, 2 and 3 in the world rankings, isn't that right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool to be part of that as well. So Brit 1, 2, 3, so yeah, if someone can, well, I can't actually say, can someone take out the... Maybe we could cut that bit, but yeah, I'd be nice to be number 1 by the end of the year.
Brilliant. Well, thanks ever so much for your time, and no doubt see you in Palma.
Yeah, cheers, John.
If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share and subscribe.
Who would have thought this? But Emirates Team New Zealand has announced that their cyclers are back. But it's not just hours on the bike. Everyone plays a role in getting Te Rihu Tai back on the water.
Yeah, third campaign now as a battery. The 75's a different kettle of fish, and back to pedals now, so just as hard, if not harder.
It's getting the good hours in on the bike, getting used to the kind of efforts that we'll be doing out on the water as well. It's been a lot of fun, especially having such a cool training environment. It's about consistency and just keeping on putting the work in.
The big goal that the team has, and everyone's kind of working towards that goal. You want to push yourself, and it's what I've been doing, and excited for what's ahead.
We're heavily involved in getting the boat ready for sailing, so we'll do the final fit out with the boat builders and shore crew guys, and yeah, hopefully got the legs and the fitness to power the big boat again. These are shoes that the guys on the boat will be wearing. We've ground down all the hard points on the shoes and glued on 7mm of rubber, and then a layer of Cetic on that to protect the deck when we're walking around.
There's definitely some apprehension. I've never been on a boat like that before, and let alone been on one pedaling as hard as I can. So it's exciting though. I mean, to be part of a group with the sort of track record that these guys have, you know, I'm in good hands, and to feel like I'm sort of contributing in some way will be a pretty cool feeling as well. So I'm excited, but there's certainly some question marks that I'm hoping to answer once we're actually on the water.
After several days of preparation, the first race day at the 43rd St. Martin Heineken Regatta saw the competitors streaming out through the lifting bridge into the open waters of Simpson Bay. The day's courses were designed to send the fleet to the windward side of the island, and the wind delivered more than the low teens forecasted.
Not so long races. Around the island, 30, 40, sometimes 50 miles, they are quite enough, and very good atmosphere on the island, very good competitors, nice music, nice atmosphere. This is for us also very, very important for all the crew. We have very young people on board, so they after the hard work on board, they can enjoy in the evening. So it's really nice for us also.
In the opening race on the fourth day of racing in the 44 Cup, Peninsula Racing was the runaway winner. This compressed the leaderboard points, but only slightly, with C-Ref coming home second and Charisma fourth. As a result, Charisma finished 8th, while another second for C-Ref caused Igor Lars' team to take the lead by 1 point.
The final day of the 44 Cup Oman takes place in more typical Muscat conditions of light winds. All eyes are on any changes in the already well-defined leaderboard between Charisma, Searef and Peninsula Racing. As she did on Saturday, Peninsula Racing wins the opening race and by a giant margin. Searef is second and Charisma fourth. This leaves Charisma leading Searef by 5 points with 2 races to go. But the second race is a disaster for Charisma, with a poor start and receiving a penalty on the downwind. She finishes 8th. This propels Searef into the lead, but by just 1 slender point going into the final race.
Well, for us, we were behind, so we needed to beat Searef, obviously, and put a boat in between us. And so for us, my plan was just to try and get a good start and be a little bit free and try and sail a good race, basically, and just see where it lie, and if we're ahead, then and the opportunity was there to cover or try and make their job hard, we were planning to do it.
Charisma and Searef must keep it close. To win, Charisma must finish 2 places ahead of Searef. For Searef, it is simplest just to stay ahead of her opponent. At the start of the final race, Charisma gets tied in knots and is both over early and with a penalty against her. However, in the light conditions, everyone has been too enthusiastic and there is a general recall. Final race, take 2.
From our perspective, we were 1 point in front and we had the tie break. So our goal was to try and be in front of Charisma, because in front you have control, which went well on the recalled start, didn't go so well on the actual race start.
The second start gets away successfully and Searef is maintaining a loose cover on Charisma on the first upwind. Staying ahead of her, though, is easier said than done. Fortunately for her, at the top mark, Searef is indeed just ahead of Charisma, and this remains the situation until the end of the run. Here at the leeward gate, Searef takes the port mark, allowing Charisma to spill it rounding the starboard mark.
In retrospect, that was a mistake, but they were a little bit strong on us to lead to the left gate, but we felt the right gate was a reasonable bit closer. We knew it was going to be busy, but we were happy to go around behind Black Star. Unfortunately, Vasco on Peninsula thought he had room, and the umpire agreed with him, and we received the penalty. So it dropped us back probably 6 boat lengths and back behind these guys, and sort of in the mix.
At this point, Charisma is committed to the right, and Searef gambles, hoping that she'll find something on the left of the second upwind.
Well, I was happy with going the left gate, and I thought, okay, we're probably it's gonna be tight with them, but when we came to the next cross, they were actually, only a couple of boat lengths behind us anyway, so it wasn't it was still a close race. And so, we still felt we needed to put a boat in between us, and we were trying to do that, and we left a little bit of space for Vasco up in the ley line, but then Black Star got involved with us again and dropped us back again, so that's racing, and it's a fleet race, and everyone's racing their race and trying to beat us as well as us trying to beat them and do what we're trying to do. So
it's like match racing, but with moving obstacles.
At the final top mark rounding, Charisma is immediately ahead of Searef, but doesn't have the boat in between her and her opponent that she needs to win. It's all on. Down the run, Searef jibes early. Thanks to this, Searef is able to overtake her rival and thus win the opening event of the 44 Cup by just 2 points from Charisma.
It was a lot of drama in the last race, so we needed to make it a little bit more dramatic, so with penalty and so on, but we still came back, which was necessary to win.
Hugla Peaks Aleph Racing wins the final race from Team Aqua, evicting Peninsula Racing from the 3rd spot on the 44 Cup Oman podium. A dramatic conclusion from Oman. Next up is the 44 Cup Mast Round at the end of June. Stay tuned.
The presence of more than 1,000 competitors plus families, friends and supporters at the 43rd St. Martin Heineken Regatta is creating a stir not only on shore, but also on the water, as Day 2's racing took most of the sailors over to the French side of the island.
We'll be back because we had a great time. Great competitors. We really people from everywhere. We had really fun time. We met a lot of friends. We helped some people out. Some people helped us out. We really just had a great time here in St. Martin.